Hello, Chris Salvanos here, and in this advanced beauty retouching course, we're going to discuss the many ways you can go about retouching an image. And it all will depend on the desired results you're looking for. So depending on where your image is going to live will depend largely, entirely basically, on how you approach enhancing that image. The one thing that remains constant always is your workflow. You need a good workflow to ensure that you've got the three main objectives when using Photoshop covered. And those objectives would be a good preview. You need to make sure you've got a good preview on your monitor to ensure you're making good judgments on color and tone. You need a flexible file. Rule number 2. So flexible files are essential so you can go back to an image time and time again to make subtle adjustments to it as the process goes on with yourself or with your client. And lastly, but not least, a lean file. Computer power is limited, and in many situations you don't want to tax your processor unnecessarily. You want a speedy, efficiently run file through your application so you get good results. So those are the three basic objectives I use when using Photoshop, and we are going to in this course talk about a couple essential aspects. First, the image map. We're going to go through making an image map, defining what we're going to do to an image and where we're going to go and how we're going to get there. It gives us kind of like a pre-visualized arena to look at the image and decide on what ways we're going to look at achieving the goals we're looking for. Then we're going to go into skin, the blemish removal and reduction, as well as skin softening and ways to retain skin texture. Then we'll move to the teeth and the eyes, where brightening and coloring are essential. Lashes and sizing and shaping and things like that. Finally, we'll move to the hair and shaping. And the hair, we're going to be talking about increasing volume and taking away flyaway hair, and also maintaining color and adding volume and shape and structure to your hair. And then finally, the shaping, we're going to do the same thing but with facial features and with body structure. And then the last set, we're going to go through makeup and skin tone. So we're going to check skin tone against some formulas, and we're going to also apply some digital makeup, things that are all adjustable later on. So if you want to change some eyeshadow or eyeliner, or you want to enhance something in a different way, less skin softening, more skin softening, the eye color may want to change at some point. These are all ways that we want to make sure our file is set up in a way that it's flexible. Remember rule number 2, flexible files. And finally, we're going to just jump into the final retouch. So some of the areas that we've missed along the way, some of the little blemishes that we've just overlooked that we have come to our attention over the hours we've looked at the image, are now going to be taken care of. So before we jump in, I just want you to understand that depending on what your workflow is and what kind of work you do will depend on how extensive the process will go when beauty retouching. This isn't just for fashion. This isn't just for glamour work. This is for any kind of work, any kind of portraiture work, any kind of weddings or family portraits. Some degree of retouching can be and usually is applied. So depending on, again, your desired results will depend on how you attack it. So we're going to look at probably 2 or 3 methods to do each. Some are more simple and less effective as far as advanced techniques, and some take a little bit longer time, but are worth their wear as far as the desired results in the end.